Hey, good morning, guys. Johnny with Blades of Grass Talk here. Let me talk to you guys about weekly lawn mowing versus bi-weekly lawn mowing. So I've heard a lot of comments with providers when you talk about weekly lawn mowing versus bi-weekly lawn mowing, and some guys will say, I am not taking any bi-weekly lawn mowing. Guys, let me tell you, I don't discriminate. I take them all. Why? Because in my area, okay, in Savannah, Georgia, we have, I will say, 90% of my properties are centipede lawns. So centipede lawn is a slow growing grass. And what happens is, especially this time of the year, you know, we're in April, the grass is growing super slow. Let me show you guys real quick here. Let me turn my lights off and then I'll come back to this. But I'll show you real quick. This is a bi-weekly lawn that I'm about to mow. See that? It isn't a lot of stuff. Not a lot of growth. Not a lot of growth, nowhere in heck. You think I'm gonna turn this down? You must be high. No, homie, no. I'm not gonna turn it down. So what I usually do is I will educate the customer, and I will say, okay, listen, right now your lawn is growing pretty slow, so we're gonna keep it a bi-weekly. Come May through, I want to say September, beginning of October, the lawn is gonna bam pop, right? Because our turf grows fast with the heat. Now some grow fast, some grow medium, right? This one here and the ones around in this neighborhood, they grow medium. Why? Because they don't fertilize. So coming and hitting them on a bi-weekly basis, it's not an issue. 0%. And what you do is you charge 20 to 30% more than a weekly cut. Okay, so you're gonna turn down, let's say, 65 bucks every 2 weeks because you only want weeklies? Nah, listen, have a schedule, go CRM, put your schedule in and get these lawns, man. Now, one thing that I will not take is 10-day services. You can keep that. I will not do it. I'll tell you right now. And let me put this here. Wow, I'm doing this real quick. No, 10-day services, they are a no-go for me. And why is that? Is because the schedule is not consistent, and you don't want, I think I'm gonna use these today. You don't want too much on your plate. So that's the only reason I don't do it. But yeah, that's what it is. Let me get hot. It is 8 o'clock. Let me get hot on this property, and then yeah, we'll talk a little bit more. So one pro, as far as pros and cons that you may have mowing every 14 days, is that it's more flexible and it's cheaper in a way for the customer, because you know you're gonna give them less visits. And one con is that, and this is what you tell your customers, when I mow your grass, I'm gonna be breaking the 1/3 rule, where your grass is gonna look yellowy and you're gonna have more clippings. So a con is that you're gonna spend more time there, but a pro is that, you know, your customer, you know, is gonna be a little bit cheaper for the monthly bill. But, you know, again, you have to learn how to explain this to your customers and let them know, hey, listen, we're gonna do this 14 days, but once summer come, you know, you gotta stick to that weekly service. And all you have to do is, you know, notify them. All right, so we took it down 2 inches. And now I'm gonna do some quick trimming, and I'm gonna grab one of these batteries up here. And these are my 2 amp batteries, and average 1 per property. Sometimes, you know, depending on how big the property is. So again, this is for the guys in the south. This is not for the northern guys. I know your grass, the growth pattern is completely different. I'm talking about, you know, southern turf. Put in the comments, let me know how you guys do it. I like turf lining these small properties when I cut them real low, because it gives it a better look. Now if I'm mowing a little bit high, then I usually don't turf line. See those right there? You always got to make sure you document those when you first get to the property and do your initial walkthrough. Always make sure that you take pictures.
So always make sure. Nice.
Here you go. Now, I edge it up. I can easily do it with a string trimmer, but I'm not going to use a stick edger. Oh, by the way, I had a full battery when I started trimming, and see, I used two blocks. So what I'll do is just stick it in there, and then my charge bot is charging that, and I have all these other batteries. Some of these are a little bit short, but what are you gonna do? Edge away. But you don't want that rock to bust that window. There you go, nice and edge. Now all we have to do is blow it. Oops. All right, this is a cold start. I haven't started this blower in a while. Put on the choke. Oops. Oh, I didn't even have it on choke. And that is it. I will put my mower up. My next 4 are 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. So I'll put this right here. All right, that is it. All right, guys. Thank you for taking the time to watch my videos. Like, share, follow, subscribe, all of that good stuff. See you on the next one. Smoke. Peace.